Got something. No, I'll just flip him.
Second fish on the FE8.
Got him. That time.
He came back for it on the FE8. Alright, that's first ever glide bait fish. Welcome back, everybody. Me and my dad are here at the power plant lake where we caught those big glide bait fish the other day, and he caught that giant on the square bill. There's only like 10 boats here today when there was 70 here the other day, which makes no sense because it's the same day of the week but a week later, and it wasn't a holiday or anything. So why was there 70 boats here? It makes no sense. The water temp's still adjusting, but it looks like it's 53 and rising right now, so it should be in the high 50s because we're at a power plant lake. This is one of the only power plant lakes that actually runs around here. I brought mostly big baits to throw, but I'm gonna throw some conventional stuff too. The water is chocolate milk like usual here in these power plant lakes. I've got the third-person GoPro up right here, and hopefully we can actually catch another few fish, especially on the bigger glide baits. I'm just gonna show you guys what I've tied on real quick and get to fishing because we're coming up on the log where we caught all our fish. So I brought a bunch of rods, but the 9-inch and the 7-inch taxi shad, and then the FE8, a boomer with the blade on there for the big for the big inline spinner. Got a tack load swim jig, and then a random flipping jig that I already had tied on from last time, and then a orange tack lead bladed jig. So it's gonna be hard not to throw these the whole time. Starting with the FE8. Haven't caught a fish in this yet, so I really want to catch one on it. So since you guys saw that last time, actually that video comes out today of us fishing here last time, and I had that fish come up and smoke a jig in a tree. So I'm gonna throw the boomer into these laydowns first and then a jig.
That's pretty cool.
It's hard not to just throw the bone color because that worked so well last time, the first fish, but all the ponds we saw on the way here and creeks and everything were frozen. The water temp 58.2 it says, but it's gonna keep getting warmer the further we get up in this arm here. No way. First glide bait fish ever. Yeah. Yes.
That is such a different bite.
What'd he do?
When they hit that,
What'd he do?
He just like, it just went.
Did he? Yeah. First glide bait fish ever. Alright, that's first ever glide bait fish on the Chad. Not a bad one. Probably
No.
upper 2s, low 3, you think? That's a 3-pounder. Ooh. 3 pounds, 10 ounces.
Nice.
It's a really good one. That is awesome. His first ever one. I'm throwing a chatterbait like a fraud. He ate pretty close to the boat. That was pretty awesome. That's his first bite he's ever had too. That's pretty crazy. On the Corrado 200K that he's had since they released. Put a Gomex, some knobs on there. And it's a 2 to 8 Leviathan Omega because for one, that rod can throw a 1.5 ounce bait or a 7-ounce bait pretty comfortably, and this is the first bait I got him was just the bone Chad. So he's got a bone taxi shad on the way, but that thing is great. Yeah, 3 pounds 10 ounces for your first glide, his first ever glide bait fish. That's pretty crazy. We're not even to our good spot yet where we caught this fish last time. We started too early. You got one?
Yeah. So do you just keep the pressure on?
Yeah, just crank it in.
No,
Just crank him, just pull him straight to the net.
yeah.
Nice. I got snagged in the log when I caught a fish off of it. Second glide bait fish ever. I need to stop throwing the FE8 and just throw the bone taxi shad. So I suck, and he's already at number 2 on the bone shad. I'm just gonna throw the bone taxi shad now. No more throwing non-bone stuff because the water's so dirty. Those 2 posts right there is on the right side. Not bad.
Yeah.
2-pounder.
Take it.
Right after that boat cut us off, basically. They're right there almost still. He hit it real hard, you said?
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh, it's a fish. I have no idea. I didn't see how big he was. He crushed it. I thought I was on a stick or something. I thought I was on the bottom. Wow, I caught a fish.
Same size as the bait.
Absolute giant.
Dang.
Now that is a dirty water fish right there because of the colors. I'm not gonna get the big camera for that one, but monster on the taxi shad. I mean, probably 10 or 11 pounds. He immediately just swam to the middle. Thank you, 1 pounder. Or glide bait fish of the day. 62-degree water. We're in 2 feet of water. No fish on the stick, or that one blew up my jig last time. My God, that had to be a fish.
That was like a something swirled on it for sure.
Got him. That time. He came back for it.
Yeah.
He came back. Get out of my clothes, fish. Nope, nope. Good thing I've got pants on. Look at you. Stop. He came back for it. Finally got one on this bait.
It's pretty cool that he came back.
Yeah, he came right back. Finally got one on the new FE8. Finally, on the FE8. Little fat guy. Not big. My second fish. He ate it, missed it, came back and got it. First fish on that bait, the new FE8. Second fish for me. 4th glide bait fish of the day. Definitely biting better with the current being on from the plant. From here on the way in, we saw the plant was going. When we got close, the plant wasn't going, but there's a current back here, and there wasn't the last time you guys saw us fish here, so I don't know what. They've obviously got to be generating. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, it's something huge just blew up on Topwater up there on a ball of shad. Like right there, something just blew up too. See that? The swirls cast right there. And then right here.
Hammered it.
Huge?
Yeah, it's nice, whatever it is. Holy cow.
Bee giant.
No, it's not. He hammered it.
Nice.
Holy
He came off.
Out
Look how fat he is.
open water like that.
The water's 57 degrees in here. You guys saw me just freak out over that fish blowing up on Topwater in here, so we immediately rushed in here. I had got one on the shad.
Yeah.
Fish number 5, another 2 pounder. Look how fat he is.
That fish absolutely hammered it.
That's crazy. We're up here at the water discharge from who knows where, because the water is 3 degrees colder up here than it was anywhere else. In the warm one, at least. Got something. Yeah. Nope. I'll just flip him. He was not coming off. Come look at it. Look how he's hooked. Well, I see. Well, we've never fished up here because there's always boats. I guess we should always come up fish up here then. The fish is probably almost 3 pounds. Look at that. Second fish on the FE8, super skinny, probably not even 3 pounds. He's probably the same length as your first one, don't you say? But he's skinnier, so he's probably right at 3, upper 2s. Second fish on this bait. We're at the giant water discharge. My dad just let his fish go. So we're at 6 fish on the day for only glide bait fish, which is pretty crazy. He was pinned like insane. There was no way that fish was coming off. I mean, I said there's about 10 more of these in here. My 3rd one of the day. That's an older, real beat up, skinny fish. I mean, look at the tail on it even. There she goes. So we're taking the boat out now. My dad caught 3, I caught 3. All on the glide. My dad caught the 3 on the shad. I caught 1 on the TS7, then 2 on the FE8. So fished the cold water arm for a little bit, but no luck. Water's in the 40s there still, so that's pretty miserable, which is better than the low 30s and mid 30s of every other lake around here. So getting pretty sick of winter. Another fun day though. My dad finally got to catch his first glide bait fish, and it was a pretty good one too. So that's pretty awesome, especially catching 3. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.